All right, so we're back on here. So again, like I said in the previous video, I use a Summit Climber. Okay, so we're going to start right here in the front side here. So here's our treads here. All right, this is the platform you're going to be standing on when it's hooked to the tree. If you notice, mine are starting to wear here. So we're probably going to get them off and re-tape down. This is just some tape that I buy from Amazon, wherever you buy stuff from. It's for noise. What you don't want when you're walking through the woods is noise. All right, I clip my backpack on here so it's hanging here. So we'll do another vid what that looks like. So our boot straps here, these are plastic. There's a thumb screw on here, so you want to get them, make sure they're tight, they're not cracked, broken. You want to look at them real well. When you're climbing, this is where your boot is going to be hooked to. So as you're laddering up and you're making that climb, you want to make sure that these are in good shape. This is my bow holder. We're going to leave that alone for another video. We'll go right around here to our straps. So this is my 4th year with this climber. Probably the 3rd time I've rebuilt it now. So every year at the end of the season, I know it sounds weird and a lot of people tell me I'm crazy, but every year I put new cables on. These go around the tree. That's really what's kind of holding you there, all right? You want to inspect them every year. Make sure that the cradle's where they are, the latches are working, and everything's nice and not wore out. If it is, time to buy a new one. Sorry, don't fix it. Just buy a new one. And our teeth, our jaws here that are going around the tree. All right, as you use these, you'll notice these will actually wear down, kind of like grinding teeth, okay? So don't go in there with a file and try to fix them up, all right? When this stuff wears out, just get a new one. Spend the money. You're depending on this thing to hold you up, so don't screw around with it. All right, so good inspection. All the welds are real good. None of these are loose. All right, and that's our bottom. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. That's what it looks like when it's in the cradle. All right, so that's the bottom. I'll try to get in a little more detail later, but for right now, let's just spin around to our top bar. So, like I said, I rebuild it every year. New seat every year. Keep the cushion going. There's our cables, the cradle. New cables. Do it every year. Little crazy, but I don't know about you guys. I don't want to fall out of a tree. I don't want to find out if my harness is going to hold me. So I'm just going to believe it does. I think something that's very much overlooked is this little bungee cable here. Some people use their own. This comes from Summit. You can buy them. It comes as a kit. All right. What I'm going to do is when I'm in the tree, this is going to be hanging. This is going to go down. That's going to connect to the bottom half of that. So as I'm climbing, this bar is up top. That bar's down bottom. So in a case where that would come disconnected and it would fall down, this little safety strap here would keep it from dropping too far. So you can recover it and, get yourself down pretty safely. All right, so make sure and inspect that real well. Again, check your cradles, make sure everything's good. Your jaws. Notice the weld here, not broken. All right, so it's important you check that stuff. Go through everything. Next, our safety harness. Yes, I wear a harness. No, I don't climb without one. Again, these also have a shelf life. A lot of people don't know that. So again, pull your book out, check your manufacturer's recommendations on it, see what's doing there. All right, this is the back strap here. This is what's on your back. All your straps, no tears, no cuts, no frays. Really important. If this stuff starts got a little tongue tied there. If this stuff starts to fray, tear, throw it out, buy a new one. Okay? Don't lend it to your buddy. Don't use it for another year. Like, let me get through another year with it. Don't do it. Don't make that mistake, all right? You don't want to find out if it's going to hold it on. All right? Leg straps. So go through it real well. For the new hunters out there who don't know what's hanging there, that's your suspension cable. So that's all wrapped up in there. In a case where you would fall, we'll have to do a video on how to do that. But this hooks into here. And then you have another hook on the other side. So in a case that you would fall, you would unhook this, unspool it. You would hook it to this loop, drop it down below your feet, come around and go to the other side of your harness. And you would tie it off. What you're going to do there is it'll make you stand in it, so you don't cut the circulation off in your legs. Again, look at your book, read it, learn how to use this thing. This is your tether strap. Notice all the webbing is still good. None of it's pulled, none of it's frayed. None of the sewing in there is broken. Okay, it's real important that you check this stuff before you go out. All right? If you don't know how your safety strap works or your tether, look it up. I'll see if we can find a video to post with this and see how that works. All right? Any questions? Feel free to email. I'll figure out how to put that at the bottom. There's a bunch of different styles of these. Muddy makes them. First, Hunter Safety First harness systems. I mean, they're relatively, I want to say inexpensive. And I say that they're, you know, $100 up to $500. But this is your life. So spend the money. Don't cheap out and go with a cheap one. Get a good one. Get one that's comfortable. Make sure it's sized for you. They are weight rated. If you look at a tag here, all right. I'm quite of a fat ass, so I'm right around that 250 mark. So I make sure that my harness exceeds my weight. All right. I believe this safety strap is supposed to be able to hold like 5 times your weight, just to make sure. All right, everybody. Bow's right there, going through it. Grease my strings, check my cables, check my sight. Been shooting every day. We're ready to go. It's time to hunt. Good luck. Have fun out there.